On day one of my adventure through Sri Lanka, this country had already amazed me with its enriching culture and the beauty I saw through my eyes. Today, the journey around this diverse country continues as we explore incredibly scenic places and see lots of beautiful elephants on a safari.
On the safari now in the National Park.
Hey everyone, beautiful friends, and welcome back to another travel vlog here in incredible, wonderful Sri Lanka. If you haven't been following my previous vlogs, I'm currently here touring around the country, starting from Colombo with One Life Adventures. I booked this tour around 2 weeks ago, so it was very spontaneous, but I'm so grateful and glad that I listened to my intuition because so far it has just been absolutely incredible. So if you haven't yet watched the previous two, you can go and do that after this vlog. Yeah, today is our 5th full day of the tour, and yesterday we arrived here in a small town called Ella, and it's just such a beautiful name. It is a very small town in the center of Colombo. We drove around 3 hours from Kandy through a very scenic route. The town is located in the Dambulla district, and it is also more than 1,000 meters above sea level, so that's why this area is a lot more cooler than other areas of Sri Lanka. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's cold, it's just a lot more cooler. And today is actually our full free day on the itinerary. Most of the other days we all have activities planned, but today they gave us a whole day to just explore whatever we wanted. Actually, I did intend to go on a hike with all of the other girls to a very famous place called Ella Rock, so they all went, and I actually didn't end up going because I slept in a lot. I just really needed sleep and just to listen to my body to give it some rest, because so far on the tour every single day has been so full on. Although I am feeling a little sick, in saying that though, later this afternoon we still might go to another waterfall if it does stop raining, and it is one of the more well-known ones here in the Ella area as well. This area is known for its rich biodiversity, so there's a lot of greenery here, a lot of tea plantations around, just a lot of nature to be appreciated and cherished here. Yeah, overall I'm just really loving all that Sri Lanka has to offer. It has already become one of the favorite countries I have ever visited, although it's still very hard to list in order. I don't really like to do that. It's definitely so far been extremely memorable. The people are really friendly here, and even for breakfast, kind of went a bit late because I slept in and it was 10 o'clock. They finished at 9:30, but I went and they just brought me out everything onto my table. They were just very, very kind. And I thought I'd just share with you here how my backpacking has been going. So I know it looks like a lot of things, but it all fits very nicely into my nicer backpack here. It is a total of only 16 kilos, so that's pretty good for my first time. Just brought 2 shoes with me, and the rest of my clothes are in packing cubes. And yeah, it's just been great to live out of a backpack. As you may know, this is my first time backpacking, and so far there are a lot of benefits I've experienced just through wearing a backpack instead of a suitcase, such as coming up staircases and just taking a lot less space, and also being more minimal when traveling too. So it's around mid-afternoon now, and all 6 of us girls, we just got a van that our leader helped us to book to come to the second largest waterfall, second tallest in all of Sri Lanka, and it's called Diyaluma Waterfalls, if I'm correct. Running out of breath. But then when you get dropped off at the car park, there aren't really any straightforward signs to go to the waterfall, and so we're just kind of walking around. There are lots of different paths, but looks like we're going the right way. I mean, there is a path we're following there. It is kind of hot now. We're going uphill. Staying positive, we think we can find it, and I think as long as we're going up, wow, with this amazing view, we'll get there very soon. And I guess if we start to hear water, then we know that the waterfall is nearby. If we do find this waterfall, I also read online that it is the 361st tallest waterfall in the entire world. So that's pretty cool. Let's keep finding it. So finally, after around around 30 minutes where we thought we were lost walking in the bush because, like I said, there aren't any clearly marked paths. We finally hit some water and we walked straight through and we found this amazing waterfall. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a waterfall with a view like this before. It is just like another wonder of the world. I think you really have to be here to truly feel it all in every single one of your cells, to just appreciate, like, wow, breathtaking, absolutely stunning. And we're all just taking some photos there. You can get in there. It's a bit tricky, also a bit tricky to get out, but it's totally safe. Even though there aren't any barriers, of course you do have to be careful. So when you do arrive here, there will be a local guide offering to take you around. I do recommend it if you feel unsure, especially if you come by yourself, but because we were a group, we made it without a guide. And also the water is really refreshing, so after doing that hike and a bit of the heat, it's so nice to just cool down in the water. Let's just say that when I came to Sri Lanka, I had no idea that I'd be swimming in a waterfall, but here we are. It's raining now, so we're on the way back, and this is the situation. Umbrella, bag in front, the girls have to be really careful because it could be a bit slippery. It is around a 40-minute walk through the bushes behind the scenes of the glorious waterfall. I feel like it makes it so much more memorable. Okay. And welcome to day 6 here in Sri Lanka. It is currently 5:30 a.m. and we got up early today because we have another full day of exploring. Currently I'm still in our hotel here in Ella. Also yesterday, to add on to the adventure, after we were at the waterfall, we had to walk back in the rain, as you saw. My voice is a bit oh my goodness, I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. So on the way back there were some dogs following us and they were growling, so we were getting a little scared because if you do get bitten by stray dogs here, there is a risk of getting rabies. So they followed us all the way down from the waterfall back to the car, but even though it seemed a little scary, I feel like they were protecting us in a way from something. But it was just really funny. And then we came back to Ella. It was already 7 o'clock by then. We went out to have dinner together, and then this morning our first stop is going to be the famous 9 Arc Bridge, which is very well known. The trains are still on strike, and that's why we didn't get the very scenic train ride from Kandy to Ella. It's a very well-known thing to do here in Sri Lanka. We all really wanted to do it, but not everything goes to plan when you travel, and that's okay. At least we get to see the bridge today, so let's get going. Got flowers here. This smells so nice. To the famous 9 Arc Bridge, and seeing it in person is just even more incredible. I'm getting Harry Potter vibes here, and it's just amazing, and it is inspired by British colony as well, the architecture of it. It is quite long and it's among all this greenery as well. There's a tunnel over there, and to get to the arch you do need to walk through a bit of forest as well, maybe around 15 minutes or so, mostly downhill. There can be leeches, so definitely be careful. Wear lots of bug spray, and you can wear long pants if you want. It's not too hot, but that's just something to be careful of. Oh, that's so cool. What do leeches do? I literally searched this up before I went on the hike, and I ended up getting one leech stuck on my leg, but I just flicked it off and it was all okay. They usually don't harm you. But also what I love about waking up so early and doing a hike in nature is you just feel so good afterwards. That's one thing I'm loving about this tour, is that it's very active. And right now we're just gonna finish packing up our bags and check out of this hotel, have some breakfast, and then drive all the way to Diyaluma, which is where we'll be doing another safari. Hello, little one. Oh,
Oh, it's the moths.
Oh, it's eating moths? Do you like moths?
Oh, bless his heart.
Protein.
Hungry.
Some protein. So we're on the way to Wasgamuwa now, and on the way the road is extremely scenic and so beautiful. We just stopped over at a waterfall over there. It's very, very big. It's called Diyaluma Falls, and it's just majestic. Just walking back to the bus now. Of course, some cars can come out from anywhere, so always watch when you're crossing the road here.
You got in from this side, no? Yeah. From the tire?
Oh, from here.
What's your head,
Can you guys like see over? Everyone can.
It's a video, it's recording.
Oh, I'm not in it. Hey.
We've arrived at Diyaluma now after lunch, and we are in this really cool jeep at the moment. We're going to go on the safari now into the national park. It's a very well-known area here in Sri Lanka, and I'm so excited. We already saw 2 wild elephants. This is a really cool jeep. It's a lovely day as well. It's a blue sky. Go for maybe around. What?
These things are like fun.
I thought it was like elephant was fun. As soon as we entered the national park, we encountered many wild elephants that came up close and were blessed to see. Babies walked with their mothers, and it was truly an incredible experience.
It's shining, seems the daylight knows this is our time now. Where we're going, these dreams we're holding. Oh, now we know it. All the world is ours to take. You and me find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts today.
We then took another scenic drive through the country and arrived shortly to our new accommodation.
He used to eat the bark and things like that.
So we've just finished the safari, and it was one of the coolest things ever because we saw so many different animals, from wild elephants, we saw a turtle, we saw lots of different birds, water buffaloes, we saw a lot, and it was just insane, so beautiful as well. It went for around 3 hours. And so after the safari, we've come down to our glamping spot now. It's like camping, but not really, because it is pretty glamorous for camping. There is a buffet, dinner and breakfast as well. And we've come into our little camp huts now. So as you can see behind me, there is no door. It's like a tent, and we've just got simple 2 beds inside with a simple bathroom as well. Incredible greenery around us. There's quite a few rooms. We are number 18. This is so exciting. I've actually always wanted to do glamping, and yeah, I mean, when you walk around, it's just a lovely surrounding and atmosphere here. You can hear all the birds and the nature. It's very quiet and peaceful. It's actually a lot hotter here than I thought, so going to the pool would be perfect. As another day ended in each other's company, a new one and adventure was about to begin. And in the next vlog, we continue our way around Sri Lanka and visit its beautiful coast.